What moral boundaries are shattered when an affair spirals into violence? And where does one find solace when the protector becomes the cause of peril? How does the heart navigate the turbulent waters of betrayal, fear, and resentment, especially when the assailant is the least expected person? In a tale that unfolds amidst the chaos of emotional entanglements and unexpected violence, a Reddit user shares a harrowing experience of being attacked by her affair partner, a 25-year-old woman. The post delves deep into the complex web of feelings, from the acute fear of the attacker to the simmering resentment towards her 27-year-old husband, whose actions indirectly catalyzed the terrifying encounter. Shockingly, the advice given by Reddit readers spans a spectrum of perspectives, urging the poster to reevaluate everything from her personal safety strategies to the very foundations of her marriage. Come join us now as we delve into My Husband's Affair Partner Attacked Me. Straight from the Reddit relationship advice viral postings, from a deeply traumatized user named ThrowraOnion100, we hear in her own words.
My husband and I used to have a good marriage. I had a lot of work after I moved job roles. We couldn't spend as much time together. I was exhausted and addicted to my phone. I spent 2 hours a day on my phone. I wasn't cheating on him with my phone. My husband was convinced I was pulling away from him. He confided his worries with a female friend, a woman who was interested in him. She convinced him I was cheating. He sought refuge in her. She was very manipulative and capitalized on his childhood trauma. It was an emotional affair. Then she kissed him. He told me out of guilt the day of. I was crushed. I had never cheated on him, had never even thought of another man. He begged me for a second chance. I thought I could move past it because his cheating was not as bad. I have access to his phone, his computer, his location, everything. He gave it to me willingly. I didn't ask. His affair partner flipped out when he told her he confessed and that we were going to try reconciling. He was texting her with my permission because I wanted to know if he was telling the truth. She tried to convince him that I was cheating. Otherwise, I wouldn't have taken him back. Then she said I had no self-esteem. He went no contact with her. After 3 months, we were both in individual and marriage counseling. We were doing well. Then his affair partner and I ran into each other. I don't know if she was stalking me or not. She verbally attacked me before she escalated. I filed a police report. She was arrested and released on bail. However, it will take months before anything happens. I also tried to get a protection order, but it's harder than expected to get. I found out that she was making TikToks about being the other woman. My husband has been a model husband since then, but my gut tells me to file for divorce. She genuinely scares me. What do I do when my husband has been a model husband since then? But I resent him for bringing her into our life. How do I stop being terrified of her and looking over my shoulder for the rest of my life?
Wow, what can you say about that? Her husband betrayed her, and the woman he did this with assaulted her. Is there any reason why she should stay in her marriage? Well, Jaybird35 doesn't think so, and she advises,
I think it's fair to have some lingering resentment towards him for causing this mess and dragging you in the middle, but you seem like a much better person than me, lol. Truck, yes, file everything you can against her. She sounds like a nasty person who's willing to ruin your life to get her way. Cover your ass too. Get security cameras for your home if you don't already, and self-defense classes.
But Agnes PhD seems to be leaning in favor of divorcing him and observes,
Honestly, if I were you, I'd probably be tempted to leave him for bringing that crazy lady into my life as well. No judgment if you go that route no matter how well he's behaving now. Your gut is probably right.
Well, that seems pretty sound to follow her gut. But what if her gut is confused? And what if her gut is wrong? Girl with Dragon Tattoo advises,
Please trust your gut above all. Whether he is stellar now or not, whether he has childhood trauma, whether he thought you pulled away or not, the same time and energy he spent with her could have been used to focus on improving things with his actual wife. He could have suggested counselling, but no amount of anything other than his own selfishness drove him to cheating. And I can hear people saying, well, those things are valid excuses. And while trauma can be a driver and trigger, there are also active choices being made. More than that, how can you be in a safe relationship built on trust with someone so easily manipulated against you?
yeah, well, she has a point. If he has already proven himself to be weak in the face of temptation and manipulation, who's to say that he wouldn't be weak again? And getting even more to the point, we hear from TechTech14, who says straight out,
You're putting too much blame on the other woman and not enough on your husband for the cheating. You make him sound completely passive in his infidelity, and he wasn't. He chose to cheat. Sorry you were assaulted. I'd personally divorce him.
Well, yeah, it does sound like Throw Onion 100 is being advised by many to stop making excuses for her husband and to just go ahead and throw the bum out. But what do you think? Do you think she should file for a divorce and end it and be done with him? Or given that he did confess his infidelity which caused this trouble, and given that he has been behaving as a model husband since, should she forgive him and stay together as his wife? Please leave your thoughts, comments, and advice below and help contribute to our growing community of people who want to learn more about dating, relationships, and personal growth. And also, be sure to subscribe now so you'll get early access to our next engaging, informative, and actionable videos. You'll be glad you did. We thank you for joining us today, and as we bid you farewell, we remind you that you are absolutely fabulous, and yes, you are loved.